Hello, I'm Renee and I'm here with Drink of Choice. It was a game on itch.io. Look nice. Look nice. That's about it. I don't need any other reason for it. It looks interesting enough. When it comes to choosing where to hang out at night, there's a million of places available. You go to the club to dance the night away, or maybe visit an English-themed pub right around the corner to enjoy a few drinks. Maybe you're looking for something more relaxing, like at the park or the public library. Just don't be at the library for too long. I don't think it's 24/7. You know, the workers probably have to go home, you know? There's places for many different types of people, but those same people may also end up in the one place, somehow. As for me, Renee, have been enjoying my visits to a certain bar somewhere in the depths of the city. A bar where happy people go to celebrate and where the sad people can leave their feeling just a little bit better. Leave. Tonight I'm going there too, and I'm hoping to see how this place can bring joy to someone else.
Hello there.
Hello, Renee. Nice to see you're back. Nice to see you too. Have you been working long? A bit. My shift started about an hour ago, so it's still good. How about you? How is your day been? Nothing remarkable, but I'm definitely doing better than the last time you saw me.
I'm glad.
Did you hear that?
What can I get you?
I think I'm gonna wait a bit. Wanna see if anyone could use a friend to drink with.
Of course.
Well, best of luck. Be careful, okay? I'll be sure to be careful. I guess just... this is not me, obviously. You could not probably catch me at a bar, and then you would not catch me finding a random person to talk with at a bar. No thanks. No. I let out a small chuckle. I'll be fine, bud. Don't worry, but I'll let you know if I need help. Good. Sure. I turn slightly in my seat to take a better look at the bar. The place is almost full. There's quite a few people chatting and just having a good time. My body starts relaxing, held by the comfortable atmosphere and soft music. However, before I can get too cozy, something grabs my attention. A young woman, seemingly in her early 20s, enters the bar with a lost expression on her face. She looks nervously around, clutching the strap of her bag. I stop looking, lest I make her uncomfortable. She seems anxious enough already. Though I couldn't shake my curiosity of what had made her look so sad. Soon enough, I hear steps approaching the bar counter. When I look to my side, I see that the girl hesitantly sitting on the bar stool next to me. She turns slightly towards me, and our eyes meet for a second, but she immediately looks away towards the bar. Okay.
Hello there.
Welcome, miss. Do you know what you would want to drink? Hi, I don't know yet. Do you have a menu? Her voice is soft, like she's afraid of being too loud.
Of course.
Oh. Here you go. Call me when you're ready.
Thank you.
The bartender slides the drink menu over to her and smiles before going to serve another customer. Right. She seems nice enough. I take a peek at it, wondering what her choice of drink will be. Maybe something sweet, or maybe she's the kind to drink something stronger when she's sad. People tend to say that you can learn a lot about someone based on their drink of choice, but I can't help but be curious. She sighs quietly and looks more tired once she relaxes a bit. Something clearly seems to be bothering her, but whatever it is a mystery to me. Obviously, you just met this person, you aren't going to know what is going on with them. After a couple minutes, she seems to have made a decision, so she calls the bartender again. Hello again, have you made a choice? Yes, I want, Eclipse Stream. Eclipse Stream. One of these bar's originals. It's not what I would have expected. Slightly bitter flavor mixed with fruits and a decent dose of alcohol without being excessive. Ah, great choice. And you, my loyal patron, have you decided? He looks at me, a knowing smile on his face. See, it seems he's figured out what I want to do. I would love to try one of those too, actually. I noticed the girl tense up a little at my words, so I'll continue. I never tried that one, and my friends keep telling me to try new things. Sounds good. I'll get you a drink soon. The bartender begins gathering the ingredients for the drinks. As he does, I take a look at the girl. She's looking down, clearly nervous. If I want to talk to her, I should be careful with my approach. Careful, come here often, do you? Do you usually get that drink?
Oh?
Huh? Not really. I've never heard of it, but it sounded good right now. I guess both of us are trying a new one, huh? Seems like it. Though she doesn't seem too interested in the conversation, she seems a little less tense. Who brought you here? Introduce yourself. Yeah, I'm Renee, by the way. Just so you can put a name to a face.
Oh,
Nice to meet you, Renee. I'm Valeria. Nice to meet you, Valeria. What brought you here?
it's nothing.
Special, really? She doesn't meet my gaze. I imagine there's something going on, but she wouldn't tell a complete stranger. After that, we waited for our drinks in silence. I noticed her playing a bit with her ring on her right hand, spinning around. 2 Eclipse Streams. Enjoy them. It doesn't take long for the bartender to come back with 2 glasses and settle them on the bar. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, what do you say we toast? Huh? I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I thought it would be nice. Okay, what do we toast to though? To the night, to not happiness. To the night. I raise my glass. Sure. To the night. We clink our glasses together in unison and take a sip. My vision becomes blurry. Wow. What did you put in that drink? Several incomplete images appear, a mixture of memories beautifully placed like a glass mosaic. I can see a cat, black and white, being held in her arms. Oh god, you're creepy. I can see 2 people holding hands. I see a person who I don't know looking angry, an argument maybe. I try to take as much as I can from all the images that rush into my head. They may be important. Doesn't seem like a long time has passed. Valeria has moved on to gazing at the painting of a cat with a somber expression. Oh my god, that cat? Oh, wasn't there a cat in the vision? Maybe talking about cats would be a good conversation starter. You know, the cat in that painting kind of reminds me of my little goofball. Oh, you have a cat? I actually have one as well. What's your little baby's name? We call ours Domino. We named him after that because he looks like a domino tile, you know, black and white. Domino might be the key to helping me solve her problems. I should ask her more. That's actually a really clever name for a cat. We just called her Snowball because she's white and she looked like a snowball when she sat on my lap. But that's from way, way back.
Oh?
Really? Oh, what happened? Well, it was back when I was a kid. I had this dream of having a pet cat, so I bugged my dad about it for months. I promised I would feed the cat and clean it. Funnily enough, I broke those promises a week after. Valeria chuckles a little after that. At that, Sometimes it's hard for children to take care of them. I know, I sure wasn't ready back then. And I had to do months of chores for me to get one. So we went to a pet shop and spent hours looking around searching for the perfect match. You know, my parents almost goaded me into buying a goldfish. Luckily, I was smart enough not to fall for it. You must be really happy that you chose Snowball. I'm not really sure. I mean, I loved Snowball despite her ups and downs, but the thing is, I loved her so much that losing her was enough to break me down for months. Sometimes I wonder if I had picked a goldfish back then, maybe things would be different. That's pessimistic even for my standards. Yeah, losing someone you love is hard. I can get where you're coming from. Have you experienced something similar? Well, you know, my cat Domino has been giving us trouble lately. Could that be the reason she's so sad? As if noticing my concern, she speaks quickly. Oh, but he's fine and healthy. It's not about that. Ah, that's a relief. What is it then? She looks away for a moment. It's nothing too big. Don't worry about it. Anyway, this might sound silly, but I think that if you ever want to have a cat again, you should. I would like to, but I don't think I'm ready. Why? Is it because you're still worried about Snowball? Yeah, that and the fact I don't really know how to take care of pets. I had my parents back then to help me with it, but now it's just me. I mean, if you're planning on owning one again, I think I can offer some tips. Really? I think this might be a good opportunity. Fuck, I fucked that up. To have a pet of my own again. Valeria stares at me. Really? Opportunity? I had to, sorry. I swear I'm not doing it on purpose. God, that was awful, stop that. Despite her complaints, I can see it cheered her up a bit. I know, but I had to make you laugh somehow. You've been gloomy all night. Half an hour you've known her. Upon realizing I had noticed in her sad mood, she gives me an apologetic look. I know, it's one of the reasons why I'm drinking here tonight. I don't trust that asks further because I might be too pushy, but I would want to be like, if you want to talk about it, that's okay. If you don't want to talk about it, that's also okay. Are we gonna ask further? Reasons? Can you tell me more about it? What? Why? I don't mean to impose, but maybe sometimes you need someone to give you a push. Valeria looks concerned by my words. Maybe I'm being too forward. A push? I don't think I need that. Sorry about that. I shouldn't have assumed. She hums, though her eyes start to look around as she was trying to find another seat. Shoot, I need to think quickly. Right, so about the whole cat caring thing. She glances at me from the corner of her eye for a long moment before slowly nodding. What do you want to know? I think maybe a good place to adopt one. Maybe what food is good. My parents usually handle that. All I did was feed Snowball. I mean, that's a start. You know how to feed them now. You don't need to say it like that. But yeah, you're right. I don't really know much about them. Oh, don't beat yourself up. We all have to start somewhere. As for a place to adopt, all I really know is that the place where we got Domino. I can help you with the address. I also know the place is pretty well, since it's a two-story building with a very itinerary at the top. That's actually really convenient. I'll probably be able to check out sometime this week. Can you give me the address? Here, sure. Oh wow, they even have a business card. They're a really good shelter, I promise. Everyone was so helpful. They gave me advice on what to not to buy, plus specifics on how to care for cats. I think most shelters work that way. That's probably true. I'm serious though. You don't need to worry. I'm sure they can give you way better advice than I can. It's one of the reasons I like cats more than dogs. It's just they're kind of easy. Dogs are a lot of effort. You have to train them. You have to make sure they get exercise. It's a lot of work. I like dogs. I just don't think I would be a good dog owner. Yep. Dogs are amazing. I love them. But like I said, seriously, too much effort. I think too much effort. Every day going out. Oh, I think I would disappoint that dog. But I'm still dropping a few pointers just for you. Food and diet are important. I know it's hard to resist giving them treats when they rub themselves on your feet, but don't give in. A friend of mine told me that cats' diet should be carefully chosen based on a lot of things like age, breed, and health. So I think you should really consult an expert on this. She's gotten rather serious. It seems that to her this is vital information. That's actually a lot of things to be worried about. I know I insisted you to try and find a new cat, but if you really feel like you're not ready for a cat yet, then don't do it. Owning one is a huge commitment and it will change your life drastically. I know, which is why I think I need to learn more before owning one. That's good. I wish everyone would do that. Oh, and if you're really getting one, don't forget to buy a scratching post and protect your furniture. You don't want them breaking or ruining your favorite stuff. Yeah, I know. I still remember blaming everything on Snowball when I broke something back then. My parents believed me at first, but the more I used her as an excuse, the more they got suspicious. In the end, what was the end bit? In the end, they found out I got into major trouble. Oh, poor Snowball. I'm a bit curious. Do you have any photos of her? I unfortunately don't have any with me, but I have some back in our house. It was stored in our photo album. That's a shame. Oh, come to think of it, I didn't show you a picture of Domino either. Would you like to see? Of course. Valeria hurriedly picked up her phone from her bag. She quickly navigated through her phone and propped the screen between us. Oh, he's adorable. Look, I took this a week ago when I was about to leave and he keeps rolling around asking for some cuddles. And this is where he spent like 5 minutes giving me kisses before going to bed. This is me giving him a belly rub. Just look at his face. He's just so precious. I want to hold him. Oh, I think this is the time I first gave him a bath. It was so wild I ended up having to take one as well. Oh. She looked at the picture for a moment. Her fingers stopped and trembled. She's my partner. This is the first time we took a picture together with our cat. We had to ask someone who was with us back then, and after we took the picture, the whole store clapped for us. The topic of partner seemed to sour her mood again. Did something happen between them? You seem upset. Did something happen? Did you guys break up or something?
It's nothing.
Just some dumb argument. Don't push. You really don't need to beat yourself over it. I mean, if you still want to talk about it, I'm all ears, but don't feel forced to.
Sorry.
Didn't need to bring down the mood. What do you mean? I'm having fun talking about cats, and you even helped me convince Potential to adopt one. So, I would say that this conversation is going pretty well. Valeria seems surprised, but soon a shy smile appears on her face.
Thank you.
She put her phone back in her bag, which was still on the counter. Was that a book? A book sticks out of her bag. The cover says, The Alchemist. Have you already finished reading that book? Oh, have you read it? Yes, a while ago, but I still remember it. Valeria's eyes shine at the revelation. Really, I haven't met anyone who knows it right off the bat. But then she seems doubtful. You're not just saying that saying it to get me to like you more, are you? Let's see. It tells this story about this shepherd boy who goes on a journey to find a treasure. Funny thing is that there were no dragons or wizards. Honestly, you could say the story was mundane, but it's still such a wonder how it offers an amazing adventure without the grand battles. In the end, he returned home, but with a new outlook on life and some serious personal growth. The cheerful glow returns as I recount the story. Sorry, I got a bit carried away. You really know it. That's so cool. I remember this line at the back of the book that always stuck with me. I quote, "The simple things are also the most extraordinary things, and only the wise can see them." End quote. Yeah, I remember that. I mean, you probably get it, but I just wanted to share my thoughts on it. The simple things you do every day, as small as insignificant as they seem, make a difference. Whether it's being yourself or even scratching an itch, I think it's important because you're living your life.
Oh!
Wow, that's actually kind of profound. You know, books are kind of special to me too. Oh, really? How so? Sometimes I really have this super bad art block. Like, I can't move my brush and my brain just won't work. It's really frustrating. With help of books, especially this one, I can somehow break out of it and paint again. We've all been there, I think. Those kind of struggles can show up anytime, and the next thing you know, you're stuck. When we don't know what to do, there are things in life that can help us break free. Could be books, art, music, people, and so on. You get what I'm saying? Not completely. Oh, you can find inspiration anywhere. I suppose that makes sense. It's true. You can pretty much pull it from anywhere. For all we know, someone might listen in on our conversation right this moment, get something that might help them in some way. I guess. I need to think about it. Silence grows between us again, but it isn't uncomfortable. Still, I wonder if continuing to talk about either of those topics might make her feel better. Let's talk about the book. Books, you mentioned they were special to you. Any special reason why? Nothing really grand. It's kind of like... Oh, it's hard to explain. You mean like how you get a sudden spark from your reading? Not that. It's more like living and following someone's life and getting to know them and all that. Feels special. Yeah, we really can't get that from anywhere else. Not without someone choosing to tell us their story. But with books, we can learn everything about a person just with flipping a page. Right? It's one of the reasons I get so much inspiration from reading. I mean, most people prefer walking through the park or going on a drive, but I want to invest myself in these people and learn from them. And maybe somewhere along the way I can learn something about myself too. Sometimes I feel like I'm lost. Don't we all feel like that at some point or another? I mean, some of us have been lost our whole lives, but in the end, some way, somehow, we still find a path to take. How? We find a guide. It can be anything, a person, a dream, or even a book. I don't know. You can spend your entire life lost, not knowing a thing. It's kind of scary to imagine. Yeah, it is scary, but that's also just life. Guides help us feel a little less alone and remind us of the important things. We get so caught up in the nitty-gritty that somewhere along the way we forget just to experience the moment. It's one of those reasons why we enjoy watching movies, reading books, or hanging out with friends. These little things in life can help us guide our lost selves back to a better path. Words and actions carry so much more meaning than we give them credit for. It can be scary at times, but in the end, they're great gifts that everyone has, and they can be used to help somebody. Fair enough. That's very profound. I'm giving you a lot of lecture. I feel kind of awkward about that. Anyone can do that, I'm sure you can do that too. The gift to help someone. I really hadn't thought of that. Like I said, words have weight, and sometimes that means helping someone realize they're not alone. So, how are you feeling now? Any better? Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming tonight, by the way. You've been a great help. Don't worry about it. You have helped me too. I think I'll be closing my night with this last drink. Maybe something sweeter. She waved her hand and signaled the bartender to come. You know what? I'll take care of that. Give me the same one she got as well. You don't need to do that. Don't worry about it. Consider it as a thanks for tonight and for the cat stuff you told me earlier. Guess it would be rude to reject it. Thanks again. A comfortable silence surrounds us. It was quite calming to see the person next to me grow in some way. You rarely got to see that. Sure, maybe in movies, but in real life, it's hard to spot. You won't really see the moment of change, but I think that conversation helped her to get a little stronger. The bartender gives us drinks. This time, a bourbon apple cider fizz. One of the essential drinks and perfect for the fall. Cheers. Cheers. We raise our glasses and drink. My vision becomes blurry once more. Ha! A blank canvas in a spotlight. A hand with a black ring. Seems like she's still has something she's not ready to tell yet. This might seem like it's coming out of nowhere, but by any chance, are you dealing with an art block right now? Ah, yes. How did you know? I can't tell her the truth because she might think I'm crazy, but I remember she mentioned that books help her get through it. Nothing major. I just remembered what you said earlier about. I forgot to ask. Yeah. It's not that big of a deal, though. Fair, I just thought I could be of some help. Oh, believe me, you've already done a lot for me. Also, I think this is something I need to do myself. Right, of course. Sorry if I seem nosy. It just popped back into my mind and I wanted to check in with you about it. That's kind of you. I mean, I don't mind talking about it. For all I know, you could be of help. If you're willing to share it, then please, I'm listening. The thing is, I wouldn't really call it an art block. Then what would you call it? That's the thing, I don't know. I can paint a random object just fine, but when it comes to self-expression, I've been struggling. So you want to express yourself, but you can't? Just to make sure I'm understanding you right. Yes, I mean, everyone else can do it, but I'm just drawing a blank. All I can think of is white. But you just did it. Did what? You're already expressing yourself. A blank canvas is an expression of myself? Not necessarily. I mean, that you just talked about your feelings. You don't need to be like everyone else. You only need to be you. Even if those feelings are hard to convey, that's still a valid expression of yourself. Is that really enough? I don't think that it's that easy. But it is that easy though. Sometimes I think people stress too much about being lost, confused, or having trouble expressing themselves. They're just natural feelings that we've all dealt with. No one has it all figured out. But as an artist, shouldn't I? I should be able to, I don't know, paint some massive project just hits the right spot for someone. According to who? Art can come in many forms, from intricate to simplistic. As long as you can get your message across, the complexity doesn't matter. I don't know. It's the story behind it. No matter how great the art is, it's nothing without a story to show. But what good is a blank canvas? That's up to you. So I was actually expressing myself this whole time. Yes, expression is pretty personal, so don't feel weird for the way you do it. It's all valid in the end. You both pause to sip your drinks and let your words settle for a bit. Though, with a blank canvas, Is there something I'm missing? You seem worried and said that it's not just an art block. Though, please let me know if I'm prying too much. Just seems like there's a story there. I'm fine. Since you helped me so much, I can share. She pauses, twisting the ring in her left hand nervously. She takes a light breath before continuing. When I look at the blank canvas, it isn't just some potential masterpiece or focus for creativity. I guess I see it as, well, me. That probably sounds weird, but it's the truth. She looks down at the ring before extending her hand so I could take a closer look. It was just a plain black band.
Do you know what this means?
No. I shake my head no. I'd seen the ring in the vision, but I had zero context. Clearly, it was more than just a fashion statement. It's a ring that lets people know that I'm ace. Ah, like asexuality. She nods, smiling a bit. Seems like she's glad she doesn't have to explain the concept to me. I decide to push a little. So, what do those two things have to do with each other? You mentioned that you saw the blank canvases yourself. What do you mean? She takes a long sip of her drink. She saves it as she ponders how exactly to explain her thoughts. Well, I never
really felt, normal. It felt like everyone else knew exactly who they were and what they wanted from life.
Are you gonna... No? Okay. Can I... Yeah, sure. I can go now. It's like they were already painted with brilliant colors while I was just blank. I didn't know who I was or what I wanted. I was just lost on every level, creatively, mentally, emotionally, romantically. All I knew is that I wished I could find someone or something that could help me express who I am. Is that what drew you to art? Another nod. It did. Art helped me finally bring my mind's eye to life. It helped me feel whole again. The corner of her lips turns up as her eyes start to shine. It was also great for my family. I could finally return all the affection they gave me. I raise a brow. Interesting statement. Meaning? She trails her fingers slowly around the rim of her glass. She smiles, but it's bittersweet. They're the physical type, always hugging, kissing, and cuddling up together. She scrunches up her nose. The reminder alone seems to make her uncomfortable. I'm guessing you weren't quite comfortable with that. You would guess right. I've never been into physical things. I don't really like people touching me much. It's kind of overwhelming. She swirls a drink before taking a long sip. They never understood it, still don't, but they do know that I care. I'm better at expressing myself through art, so I paint special pieces for them. I give those as presents. A softer smile crosses her lips. They really took to them. I love seeing how they ooh and ah them. I smile. That sounds lovely. A handmade gift like that is always fun to get. Very thoughtful. She shifts in her seat, smiling shyly at the compliment. Thanks. I put a lot of energy into it, so I'm glad it comes across that way. I nod, and a comfortable silence falls between us for a moment. Renee? I turn my attention back to her. Yeah?
Thank you.
For listening to me. I appreciate it. It feels nice to have a normal conversation with someone. I don't get to do that often. No need to thank me. It was nice talking to you. Besides, it seems like you needed a little pick-me-up, so I'm glad I could help. Her expression tightens as she drops her gaze to her drink. Sorry. No, it's okay, it's not you. I'm upset about something else. I nod and go silent. How long is this game? I keep thinking it's going to end. Walk. Leaving room for her to continue at her own pace. I mentioned my partner. Well, we had an argument earlier today, and I still don't really understand the issue. She messes with her ring again. All I know is that part of it's because I'm being weird again. I'll think about her words for a moment before carefully pressing her. Could you tell me more? Might help to have an outside perspective. No pressure though, only if you're comfortable. She looks at me for a long moment, then nods. I was cuddling and kissing Domino while he was sitting apparently in my lap. It's just so cute, I couldn't help it. Then my partner came in and she was upset with me when she saw what I was doing. She asked me why it was so easy to do that with Dom, but not with her. She makes a face, appearing to get riled up again at the thought. I explained that it was different with animals versus people. Then I reminded her that I do other things to show I love her, like art and spending time together. But she didn't want to hear it. She said it was unfair that I was so openly affectionate with Domino. She would accuse me of loving Dom more than her. Her voice raised a little at the end, but though it wasn't too noticeable over the general dim of the bar. Like I said, I was just snuggling our fur baby. I don't understand why she took it so personally. So I said as much, but that just made it no worse. Soon we were going back and forth and it just got ugly. I don't do so well with yelling, so I decided to go for a walk. Then I saw this place and here we are now. I sit and nod with her story for a moment. I don't think it would be fair to assign blame to either party. It seems like just miscommunication of needs. I do need to clarify something. But what does that have to do with being weird? Valeria sighs and takes another swig of her drink, draining
It was
it.
something she said. Not that I was weird, but more along the lines of, isn't it normal to want to hug and kiss your partner?
Well, perhaps you should have, you knew she was ace before you got into that relationship, probably. At least she's wearing that ring, so I don't think she wouldn't have explained it, so you should have known. Understood it before you got into that relationship. That was what ultimately made me leave. Besides the yelling, it hurt. It was just a reminder that I'm not normal. Her voice breaks as she says that, though she manages to stand many tears. Oh, Valeria, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Normal is pretty relative anyways. I don't think you're weird for not wanting physical connection. She stares at me with eyes that are a bit glossy. You don't? I shake my head. Of course not. Some people just aren't comfortable with that sort of thing. I have a baby cousin with sensory issues who hates being touched. She's fine with pets and stuffed animals though. Valeria's eyes light up. Seriously? That's so good to hear. She tugs and plays with the sleeves of her cardigan. Her legs start to bounce nervously. I always worry that I'm being too weird, so knowing that there are other people out there like me is reassuring. She frowns deeply, which is part of why I don't understand why my partner is so upset. I thought we understood each other on that front. How so? Well, the whole ace thing. The second time we met was when I attended a little get-together for people on the ace spectrum. This time around it was a lot more casual. The two of us talked for hours. We exchanged numbers that day. Honestly, we ended up being so in sync that we finished each other's sentences. Felt like we were two halves of the same whole. I hum as I listen carefully. When did that change? Around the time we got Domino, I think. She saw how hands-on I was and started getting jealous. At first it was kinda cute. She would get pouty and flop on the couch next to me for attention. Over time, though, it got worse. We started arguing and snapping at each other. It's been rough. Talking about it now kinda reminds me that it was way better back then. We hardly knew each other and didn't need to walk on eggshells every time I talked to her. But it's hard for me to get now to even face her. You know, the whole reason that we got closer with each other was because of cats. We met for the first time at a cat cafe I frequented. Okay, good to know. Doesn't seem like her partner hates cats. Let's dig a little deeper. Did anything else happen around that time? Something in her family or stress at work or school? Valeria pauses to consider my question. She blinks a couple of times before slowly nodding. Yes, actually, she had a big art project due in class. It was 30% of her final grade. She was pretty isolated as she worked on it. Even I only saw her once or twice a day. She normally social. She giggles and nods, smiling fondly. Yeah, actually, it's one of the few differences between us. She is a social butterfly when I'm more of an introvert. She usually spends a lot of time with her friends, family, and me. What kind of things do you bond over? Any and everything. Art, music, book, nature walks, swimming, dancing, exploring new cafes, visiting museums, politics, spirituality, and so on. We even have the same favorite color patterns, deep reds, yellows. Okay, along with that. Okay, well with that, wouldn't it make sense maybe she was a little snappy because she missed being around people? And that's why she wanted more of your affection? I can see understanding a light in her eyes. Though it's quickly replaced by shame and guilt. Oh no.
Oh no, I really messed up, didn't I?
I shake my head immediately. It's not entirely her fault either. Your fault. No, not at all. That's not the issue. It can be hard to read that kind of a thing sometimes, especially when you're close to the situation. That's why I mentioned that an outside perspective might help. Valeria clutches a glass between both hands, and as her worry overwhelms her. But what if I did? I've been such a jerk and... Hey, you're not a jerk for having your own preferences. Neither is your partner. Just because you vibe together doesn't mean you don't have your own needs. That's just part of being in a relationship. She bites her lip, trying to hide the trembling there. Deep breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth. She does as I say, eventually relaxing her grip on her cup and lip. Better? Yeah, thanks. Sorry for freaking out on you. I shake my head and smile. Think nothing of it. Anyway, like I was saying, it's natural to have different wants and needs in a relationship. It's just about learning how to meet each other in the middle. But how do I do that? I'm not good at stuff like this. What if I end up causing another fight? Or worse, she ends up breaking things off? Okay, let's relax a bit. I know this is stressful. It's clear how much you love your partner. Valeria nods.
I really, truly do.
She's my best friend besides Dom. I don't know what I would do without her. Then let's try something. Lend me a pinky? She gives me a questioning look before extending it. I then carefully locked it with my own. Okay, now, how does this feel? Is it overwhelming? Valeria stares at her linked fingers before meeting my gaze and shaking her head. No, it's actually kinda nice. I smiled encouragingly. See? So maybe talk this over with your partner and meet where she is by starting with small gestures like this. A dubious look clouds her face. Are you sure? I mean, she usually prefers hugs and kisses. She's very much a traditional romantic. And you're not? Her cheeks color slightly as she smiles bashfully. Oh no, I mean, yes, I am. Just not touchy-feely. I love the idea of being swept off my feet or doing the same for my partner, though. I chuckle. Perfect. So why don't you try watching your favorite rom-com and sit on the couch with your favorite snacks and drinks? Then, when she least expects it, you link your pinkies and remind that you love her just the way she is. Valeria blinks in shock before giggling. Wow, that actually sounds really adorable. She'll definitely love that. I grin. See, I do know a thing or two. The thing with people who enjoy physical touch is that little things matter too. Just touching the back of her hand, brushing a piece of her hair behind her ear, linking pinkies, all small things that will add up over time. time. It's like spending time together. Short bursts over the day are just as effective as spending the whole day together, right? Right, that makes sense. I think I can do that. I clap my hands together. Awesome, so let's try this. Head home, pick up dinner on the way, then the movie, a little romantic affection, then afterwards, you can have a heart-to-heart about everything. Sounds like a plan? Valerie is smiling proudly, quickly bobbing her head up and down. She stands and collects her things. There's a clear purpose and notable confidence in her movements. Yeah, that sounds perfect. Thank you so much. You've been amazing and I really appreciate it. Think nothing of it. Just glad I could help. I wish you and your partner the best, Valeria. She shoots me another smile and dips her head gracefully before heading for the door. She pauses before leaving and turns around, grabbing her bag. At the moment, the bartender appears again. He smiles and shakes his head. No worries, consider all those in the house. Alternatively, our friend here can take care of it. He gestures towards me and I give Valeria a thumbs up. It's all good. Pay me back by fixing things between you and your partner. She steels herself, eyes flashing.
Thank you.
I will, thank you again. She then leaves, the bell ringing after her. Feels like someone took a knife to my throat, but we're sure that's fine. The partner focuses on me, expression pride.
So, how are you feeling about everything?
You think you helped her? I certainly hope I did. I mean, all I did was talk to her. There's no way of knowing if it will actually work out. He laughs and winks.
Welcome to my world.
Comes with the territory. If you're lucky, maybe they stop back. Stop by and let you know what happened. But that's the best case scenario. I sigh. Right. This will definitely take some getting used to. For what it's worth, I think you handled yourself pretty well. I was worried a couple times, but you knocked it out of the park. How you feeling about it? Plan on continuing? Thanks. As for the job, I'm still nervous. But if I can help more people like Valeria, I would like to. Buttons slides me my usual as he grabs his own glass of the same drink. He raises it. Then took job well done and even more down the road. We exchange grins as we toast. That was nice. I am gonna leave this episode here. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. Hope to see you again and have a great day. Bye.